All right, guys, what's up? It's Sunday, March 16th, 2025 at about 3 p.m. Eastern. Wanted to get this market analysis video out to you well before the reopen at 6 p.m. Eastern. So you've got it, you've got the analysis, and you know what to do. We were going to live stream this, but there were only a few people who could make it due to family work obligations. So we'll do the live stream another time for one of these end of day analysis videos where we answer some questions and have a little fun before we launch Vol Pro Edge, which is rapidly approaching. I want to say we're going to launch within 2 weeks. Super excited about that. My developer is making very good progress with the indicators, the Vol Pro Edge indicators for TradingView. I know a lot of you use TradingView, so I want to make it available for you. Of course, Sierra Charts is my preferred platform in front of you. We will have it available for Sierra Charts as well. And then ultimately we'll add NinjaTrader and some others. But when we launch, I at least want to have Sierra Charts and TradingView for you guys since so many use TradingView. So that's very exciting. If you haven't signed up for the wait list, do that. It's filling up fast. And you guys who are on that wait list, you're going to be stoked at the sweet deal you get when we launch. Like, I appreciate your support so much, and I'm going to make it well worth it for you. And as a big thank you to you for supporting me, I'm going to, kick back to you guys and support you guys. So if you haven't joined the wait list, go do that. Volproedge.com, link to the Discord in the description below the video. We're over 100 now in the Discord. Pretty good considering we launched, I don't know, 3 weeks ago or something. And we have a YouTube channel with just about 550 subscribers. So I think that's fantastic. We've got so many people on the wait list and in the Discord. And word is getting out about Vol Pro Edge because it works, it's real. And I just love being a part of it, sharing it with you guys. Super pumped. All right, let's go ahead and get into the weekly analysis here. Look, guys, go back and look at these analysis videos for the last, however long I've been doing them, a couple weeks, and you'll see that by and large, the analysis is pretty darn spot on, and you can use it to make money. That's the point, right? When we launch Vol Pro Edge, and you guys have your own charts and your own indicators, and you can follow stuff on the intraday charts and look for your setups and learn my trading strategies, then it's going to be a lot better for you. But in the meantime, while we're waiting to launch, use this analysis and try to trade it as best you can with what you've got before we launch. And I get you guys all the charts on the intraday volume-based charts and teach you all the strategies, excuse me, that you can use to employ on each specific day. So it's amazing how whenever you start recording a video, and no, I'm not going to edit this. It's like I don't ever get that thing in my mouth ever, but oftentimes when you're recording a video, it's like the voice wants to do this little gurgly thing. Oh man, it's funny. Okay, so let's go ahead and jump into it here with the ES. One other thing before my voice started giving me problems. The strategies that you're going to learn in the course and that I'm going to show you how to execute in the live day trading room, you're going to see that we run different strategies on different days based on the market conditions. And this is how you constantly keep the edge in your favor because you're not running the wrong strategy on the wrong day. You're not going into the day, without a plan. Most people, they roll out of bed, they're like, well, it's trading. I can do it in my pajamas. So I don't know. I kind of feel like the NASDAQ's going up today. Let me just buy. Guys, that's not going to be the recipe for lasting success. I mean, everybody wants to achieve their wildest dreams with trading, and I totally understand that. I do too. But at the same time, it takes a lot of work, a lot of dedication. If you're going to be a super successful lawyer, doctor, whatever else it is, you got to work hard, and trading is no different. Uh, the key here with Vol Pro Edge is you've at least got something that works. I show you that it works every single day. In the live trading room, I'll show you that it works. I'm going to give you all the tools you need to succeed, and then it's ultimately up to you guys. It's all about taking personal responsibility. So, yeah, I just want to share that with you guys because I just see there are so many people out there who want to get rich quick and they want to just follow some guru who ends up being a furu and they end up losing a bunch of money. It's like, it's way easier just to work hard, dig your heels in, grind, learn something real that works like Vol Pro Edge, have me teaching you how it works every single day in the live trading room. You'll get to where you want to be much, much faster if you have your mindset, on working hard and dedicating yourself. There's my Sunday rant, guys. Hope you appreciate it. Just something these little tidbits I share with you when I go on rants, they're probably more important for your trading success than anything else. Because yeah, there's just a lot of stuff out there teaching people the wrong things, giving them the wrong idea that trading is this easy thing that you can go and do. That's why I made that video. Go back and search my archives. The video with Brittany is really funny. That I don't know what you'd call that, but like a spoof video or something I made, and that was to poke fun at the the food was way back when because I thought it was really funny. Everybody thinks you can learn from Brittany in a bikini on the beach and trading is so easy, and it's not like that, guys. Okay, done ranting. Let's go ahead and jump into it. So with ES here, we always want to start with the weekly chart here. Okay, this is the weekly chart. For those of you who are new, we're getting a lot of new subs every day. So, guys, daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, yearly, all these are used together to inform our analysis on the daily chart. Now, when I do the course and teach you guys, those of you who want to swing trade, you can do the same exact thing. You're just going to be swinging maybe the weekly into the monthly into the quarterly. Right now, I'm setting up the daily analysis with the daily into the weekly into the monthly. And yeah, we're very aware of when we're at key quarterly levels, key yearly levels. Of course, this is what makes the magic of Ball Pro Edge is that you're using the multiple time period analysis, and then you've got a logical system to string it all together. You've got great levels, and it gives you a huge edge up on when to stay out of the market, and then on the days to trade. You get a very good directional bias and levels. And then when you match that all up with the live day trading system on your intraday volume based charts, I mean, it's incredible, and I can't wait to start sharing it with you guys. So I can't wait to get to the live trading room. If I could make a list of all the stuff I still have to do to get this thing launched in the next couple of weeks, it'd blow your mind. It's very overwhelming. I can't wait to just have it done and launched and get into the live trading room. So ES with the weekly chart here, right? What we can see is that we did come up off that support. I thought maybe we'd gun for 5,500, but the Friday call, remember on ES for Friday, I said, I wouldn't short, I wouldn't long. But then when I saw the NASDAQ, I said, ooh, the NASDAQ's got a great long pattern. So ES is probably also going to push higher out of that support. I said it before it happened. Go back and look at that video. And they were both really good calls, kept you on the right side of the market, kept you, from entering in bad places. If you use the levels, you had a great day, right? So what do we expect for tonight heading into Monday? Well, the monthly you can see here is already broken through quite a bit of support there at 5,700. So I don't think this correction is over. The quarterly seems to be going for congestion entrance down. Not that you're not going to get a relief rally, right? But you on the quarterly especially, we'll see where this quarterly bar closes, guys. At the end of the month, this is a super important quarterly close because when you look at the quarterly chart here, I mean, look, trend up, trend up, trend up. I mean, this is a big change in trend, right? Depending on where this closes, we could be setting up for Q2, something like this. Very possible, you guys. Very possible. So I'm not saying that's going to happen. Let's see. Maybe the next 2 weeks, this thing will rifle all the way back up to 6,000. I don't know. I'm going to keep you on the right side of it. But this is just what I'm seeing right now on the quarterly for the ES. And of course, what we see on the NASDAQ, the Dow, they all work together, right? Very important. So I say all that because look, guys, this is what's informing what I forecast on the daily chart, right? I look at the quarterly. I say, oh, geez, we broke through all that key support there at 5,800. The monthly broke through its key support at 5,700. The weekly is trending down here. So the question is, do I expect a strong daily congestion resistance level here based on where we're at into that 5,700 area? I would say, I mean, usually, look, the fact that the weekly here has resistance above us right there, I would say that the market is probably going to still be under pressure. We'll know more when we look at the NASDAQ and bonds and all that. But this is still a pretty darn weak weekly chart. You see we closed below that blue line. That's important. That red dot is above us. So, these are key resistance levels that we're going to have to keep an eye on at 5,700. Now, does that mean the market can't go like that? Of course not. The market can do whatever it wants, guys. I have no idea what it's going to do. I'm just forecasting based on very good tools here, very good technical indicators and technical analysis system that I developed. I'm forecasting, what's going to happen probabilistically, and then I just trade the market that's in front of me, right? So if I was looking at a key resistance level for this week for ES, yeah, anything 5,700 to 5,745, because the middle of the envelope right there, that dot, that's a key resistance zone right in there. So you see where I'm focusing that on the weekly chart right there. But look, the same line is on the daily, right? So, your level's up into here. So what does that mean? Would I be shorting the daily right here? No, because we're not in the weekly resistance zone, right? I would be looking more for like a daily push and then maybe you see some resistance come in, and then the daily close like that, and then you want to look to get short, something like that. Say, well, Andy, what if this thing just opens and dumps? Well, then I miss it. I don't care. There's other markets, right? There's really good opportunities all over the place. So I'm going to be looking for that resistance level up there. What's going to happen in the next 24 hours? I really can't tell you guys because we had a great signal on Friday. And now it's a question of, are we going to try and stretch this rally, or are we going to roll over and head down immediately? I don't have that answer, right? So, when I look at these daily dots here, these resistance levels, yeah, I mean, sure, you got a lot of resistance there for sure on the daily chart. But remember, the weekly and the monthly are much more powerful than the daily. So uh, those daily levels aren't really deep enough into my weekly resistance level, right? So that's why I wouldn't really bet on those. Not to say they're not going to hold, but I wouldn't bet on them. So what would I do for ES? I would do nothing, and I would wait for this market to tell me what it wants to do. And then when I have a really good idea, that's when I take the trade, right? So that's ES. Let's go ahead and look at NQ. And remember, this is always developing as we do the analysis. I might see something like I did on Friday. ES was looking more bearish, right? But then I saw the NASDAQ. I said, whoa, that's a great buying opportunity on the NASDAQ, which probably means ES is going to squeeze too. And that ended up being the right call. So we use these markets together to really inform what we think is going to happen, excuse me, and then trade it, right? So here's the NASDAQ. Great call on Friday, just pushing higher. Now the analysis is the same. The quarterly level is still holding here for the NASDAQ. So that's going to be important, right? Because if that quarterly NASDAQ level holds and ES is breaking, we've got a little bit of mixed signals there, right? So we have to keep an eye on that quarterly level. So, look, with the daily pushing higher, it's kind of the same situation. I wouldn't really be looking. You're in no man's land right now, okay? Um, just like on ES, you're between the weekly support and resistance levels. Same thing on NASDAQ here, right? Like, sure, you got some support down here at 19.6, but your resistance is right up in here at 20,123, right? So we're right in the middle, right? Think of it like this: the daily chart here, your weekly support is, and it's below 19.6. Your weekly support is down in here somewhere. It's down here by these lows. Your weekly resistance is up in here, right? So, we're in the middle, guys. Is it going to go like this, or is it going to go like this? I don't know. Let's let it tell us first, and then let's make a decision. If I had to bet, I would probably say it may want to push a little bit higher first because the NASDAQ closed darn near the high. Yeah, you got these dots here holding. It's true. But the live one here, it kind of broke it. It closed above it. These are all nuances, guys, we're going to go over in the course. Don't worry about that. But, I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit of support at the middle of the envelope there, and then maybe trying to extend this rally a little bit. I'm not going to bet on that. So I'm going to wait till the NASDAQ and the ES give me more clarity, which means I'm not going to get chewed up and spit out and lose a bunch of money on a day when I'm not clear. So I hope that you're able to use that to your advantage as well. Let's go ahead and look at the Dow. And we'll let this puppy load. All right, same thing with the Dow here. You're trending down on the daily, you're pulling back, but the weekly is coming out of some support here. The weekly still looks very weak. The Dow has been the weakest. We're breaking solidly through that 42,000 key quarterly support level. We broke through the monthly 42,000 level here, key level. You can see that level on the Dow, 42,000 support, was overlapping on the quarterly and the monthly, and we just broke right through that. So I'm going to be looking for resistance, right? Because that support, key support, once it gets broken, it flops to resistance, right? So now where is that quarterly and monthly resistance on the Dow? Well, it's coming in right there at the envelope bottom on the weekly. So that's the resistance zone I'd be looking to short. So, would I want to short this right here at 41.6? No, because I would want to short closer to 42,000, right? Again, that doesn't mean that this isn't going to go like that. It could, guys. But I just kind of think that this wants to maybe test a little higher first. To be honest, I don't care what it does. I just know where my zones are. And those are the zones I'm willing to take action. And guys, you don't have to have more than a couple of great trades a week to make a phenomenal living, right? Less is more. So many people are down there like on their, half a second charts, and they're like in and out and in and out. And you're getting chewed up by slippage, commissions, mental fatigue. Don't do that stuff, guys. Like pull back, look at the market like this, and just wait for your key setups and your key spots. And don't be in a rush to make a mistake. Don't be in a hurry to piss your money away, right? That's the key. All right, so for the Dow here, let's wait and see what happens. Um, Same with ES and NQ. You got to realize when you're going for this transition here, this potential trend change, you got to be very careful and wait for your key levels, right? So that's what I'm doing here. Let's go ahead and look at the Russell because it is Sunday. I didn't cover it much this week because, quite frankly, not a lot of people trade the Russell, but there can be some good moves on the Russell as well. Um, Interestingly about the Russell is that key monthly level there at 2000, all these pink dots, that's holding so far. And you can see you got that quarterly key level there at 2000. The yearly, I do think is going to ultimately want to go back down here, but that's the whole year, right? That takes some time, but it definitely influences what we're seeing because if the quarterly is trending up, boom, congestion entrance down, it's going to be a lot of resistance up here on the Russell around 2200 into this monthly pocket. I mean, Russell looks weak, guys. So the question is, are we into, where's our weekly resistance level? 21. I would say on the Russ, I would love the same thing, like up in here, 2100-ish, 2080. I mean, it's a pretty big zone. You got from 2065 to just call it 21. So same thing with, you see we're seeing a confluence now, right? On the ES, the NASDAQ, the Dow, the Russell, we're in the middle here. We're in no man's land. I would recommend just letting tonight and tomorrow happen, and then we'll have a lot more information to make better decisions, right? That's what I'm going to do. All right, let's go ahead and look at the 10-year. Of course, it does help us get an idea of what the indices, right? The indices are the ES, the NQ, the Dow, the Russell. Those are the main stock indices. So when we look at the bond market, specifically the 10-year notes here, it gives us an idea of what we think could happen on the indices because it lets us know if there's fear in the market or not, right? So that's why I was pretty confident, very confident, and why the NASDAQ was my pick to go long on Friday. And it worked so well is because we could also see here the 10-year note was under pressure. We pulled back right into that resistance level. I called that out in the analysis video, and notes were under pressure, right? So that's why there was less fear in the market. That's why you saw a bounce in ES and NQ, and the better bounce in NQ, which is why I thought we would see that because those lows on NQ were holding better than ES, but they were both good plays from the long side nonetheless. And that's because of what we're seeing here in the bond market as well, right? So, what do we see now for the weekly chart here for the 10-year? You've got some support at 110 for sure. I mean, this is kind of tough to read, to be honest. But the fact that you do have some support down in here, I think it's going to be choppy on the notes. I think it's the same thing right now. I just don't see anything. So again, this is also now that I don't really see anything clear on the notes, right? Tomorrow we might. We'll see what happens. But if the indices aren't really clear right now and even notes aren't clear, this is just more confirmation to step aside, don't lose money and wait for the next day when there's clarity, right? So let's go. And guys, there are so many different markets that, we're going to cover the 30-year ultra bonds, all that stuff. Once we do the full end of day analysis, for those of you who sign up, and I give you the full teaching end of day analysis that prepares us for the live day trading room. We go through all the markets because those are the markets. My top picks are what we're going to focus on in the live trading room. So I did an example video of that on Friday. Go check that out, where I show you like, hey, even though you missed the key support level on NASDAQ, if you have a good idea, it's going to keep pushing up all day. You just wait for good setups in your intraday chart and you still have great odds. And the key there is that you got to sit and watch it, which is what we're going to do together when we're in the live day trading room, which I can't wait. It's going to be super fun. And just a lot of fun to interact with you guys too. Like we're going to answer a lot of questions, and most of the time in the live trading room, guys, is spent waiting for trades. So while we're waiting for trades, we're going to shoot the shit. We're going to chat. We're going to hang out. We're going to, all of you will be course members and whatever, because it's going to be one package. Like if you're in the live trading room, it means you're taking the course, you're getting the full end of day analysis with the teaching stuff. So that's going to be like personal mentorship time for me to just answer all your questions about what's going on in the course and what you're seeing on the charts and all these kind of things. So it's going to be awesome. All right, so let's look at gold here. Went right to that pink dot. Amazing. Remember, that's there before the week starts. And, once we started to break through this key resistance level here, I said, hey, we're probably going to try to tag that. And we did, which was really cool. I still think gold's strong here, but look at this live, all this up here, 3,200. Doesn't look like there's a whole lot in the way here on the yearly. You had a big clue heading into this year of what was going to happen on gold, right? Look at all these pink dots got broken. Those are big, big breaks of resistance. Those flop to support and off you go, right? So, the quarterly, we only have about 2 more weeks. Are we going to stretch up there? We could. It's hard to say. Monthly broke through. See, once we broke through that key resistance level there on the monthly at 29.20, that was all bets are off and we were headed higher. And, you got a little bit of an exhaust here on the weekly for sure. Yeah, you got some resistance holding, but this is how you use this analysis, guys. Yeah, well, you got what could be an exhaust, because sometimes this kind of an exhaust, right? It's a push up and then boom, it sets up a reversal back down. And they say, oh, well, the pink dot's holding, that's nice. Yeah, but why would this be an exhaust for a reversal when you really have no resistance on the monthly, no resistance on the quarterly, no resistance on the yearly? Would I be wanting to bet on a reversal here for the weekly? No. So then what do I think? If I'm not betting on a reversal, I'm probably looking for, some continuation like this week in gold, right? So that's really interesting. So then the daily, do I have a pattern here for the daily? No, but I'd be looking very carefully at that, 29.80 level, because look at the pink dot, look at the middle of the moving average envelope here, 29.80, that's coming in right here. So that's a very key level I'd watch for gold. And you could end up, if you get a little pullback there, you could get a move like that. Where would if I got, so these would be my key levels, guys. In the day trading room, I'd say, look, if gold pulls back and I get a good signal on my intraday volume-based system, which I'm going to teach you guys, that's where I'd be willing to get long, right? And where would my profit target be? Well, it depends because you're watching it, but certainly right there would be your first target at just above 3,000. If we broke through that and kept going, then you got to watch the near high. And if we break through that, then you got to watch these dots here. So these are your different levels to look where to take profits, right? Or add if we start breaking through. I'm going to teach you guys all this stuff. So then the question is, all right, you've got your zone on gold. Would you be shorting here? I wouldn't. Why would you want to short against all this higher time period energy? It's just like, it's like trying to hold a beach ball underwater. It's just going to come back up because you got so much support, right? So let's just see what happens here. But that would be the game plan for me on gold. Let's go ahead and look at silver. Guys, I know I got to shave. I realize that. I just haven't really been in the mood, to be honest. Got lots going on. I'm like, oh, I'll shave one day soon. All right, let's let silver load. Yeah, silver is the same here. Quarterly, monthly, you've got some resistance here for sure, but it looks like, the weekly, you got a lot of support there at 33 now. So I would say on silver, I would just be looking into this pocket here at like 33.80. Same thing, gold was a little bit higher, the zone, but silver, that's where I would be looking. I would not be playing the short side. Copper and platinum, we don't have to worry about for right now. We'll do that once everything launches and I've got more time for this because I'm not dealing with all the infrastructure stuff, recording the course lessons. And guys, recording these lessons is not easy. It's like, you got to do so many takes. You have to make sure that it's laid out in a way that everybody can understand. So by the time the product gets to you, it's going to be really, really good. And it's laid out in such a way that you're going to be able to take this piece by piece by piece, the way that I teach it, and you'll start to understand what all this stuff means on the charts. And it's going to be awesome. I can't wait to have people I can discuss this with, right? I've been doing this on my own, developed this myself, kept it to myself. So, I talk to myself about it. It's gonna be more fun talking to you guys about it. It's gonna be cool when I'm sharing stuff, in the end of day analysis and the live day trading room. And then you guys who are starting to catch on from the course and everything, like, yeah, but Andy, what about, I look forward to like getting challenged and having discussions about the analysis because it means we're going to dial it in even better, right? We're going to have that many more focused minds. It's going to be like a hive mind on the analysis, we're going to kill it even more than we're killing it now. It's going to be awesome. All right. So crude oil here, we know takes a long time to load because of all the data. And we can see that the daily still in this really tight, choppy range, a good place to get, you know, chewed up and spit out. Not not a good place to be engaging with crude oil here. You can see you got a lot of support right in here, just below $67. But nothing on the daily that tells me I want to trade this right now. So let's not trade crude oil. So far, guys, across the board, what I'm seeing is that I wouldn't trade indices tomorrow. I wouldn't trade the bonds or the notes. I certainly wouldn't trade crude oil. We'll check natural gas in a sec. Gold and silver look like pretty, decent bets from the long side if they were to give you those pullbacks into those key levels. So that's what I would be waiting for in the live day trade. Remember, like, guys, these are my picks, gold, silver. Let's just see if we get a pullback into these levels. If we do, we'll make a decision if we want to get long or not. And if we don't get those pullbacks, we hang out, we chat, we go over questions, and we wait till the next day till everything's clear. It really is. Guys, the power of being disciplined and having a plan and having a system that works, that you have confidence in, and just waiting for the market to come to you, there's such a good, strong feeling inside yourself, just knowing you don't have to force it. You can just make a ton of money by just being super patient, disciplined, confident, and you just wait for your setups. And you don't need to force the issue. I think that's why most people end up failing in trading, is that there's lots of reasons, but one of the biggest reasons is that they force it. They want to get rich right now. Like, they don't want to wait. It's like, think of any other business owner or doctor or lawyer or career person. If they want to get rich, like, it was like a multi-year plan, right? They didn't just like start their business and be like, all right, I got to get this right now today. If there's nothing there, I'm going to start forcing it. But for some reason with trading, people don't think of it like that. And instead, they just force the shit out of it, which I'm going to be here to help you not do that. And that's the point of the live trading room. You're going to feel my confidence and my calmness and patience, and we're going to have a lot of fun in there, but we're all about business, just waiting for our setups, right? And I'm sure it's going to happen, right? I'm like, all right, guys, we're waiting. And there'll be sometimes people in the live chat that go, oh, Andy, I just took something I shouldn't have. So guys, that's the room is going to be so good for you to develop patience and discipline. And I'm super excited about that. All right. So, and another thing, just while I'm ranting here, because it's Sunday, why not? I got to go surfing soon anyways. It's about, what time? It's 1:30 here in Costa Rica. Well, 1:23, 3:23 Eastern. So I'll go surfing when the tide gets high in a little bit. That'll be awesome. But see, this is not going to be one of these situations. There are other people out there. I don't want to name names because I'm not, like, whatever. People can do whatever they want. But they say they have a live trading room, and they basically pop in for like 5 minutes at the open. They're like, oh, we should go long here and short and da 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 and blah. And they're like a total mess, totally disorganized, no plan, no nothing. And they got a bunch of people there watching them, paying a lot of money and getting zero value at all. Like, you're going to be blown away at what we do every day in our live trading room. At some point, we will have to restrict it, guys. Like, I don't know how many people Vol Pro Edge can accommodate in terms of me being able to, like, answer everybody's questions and do stuff. What that number is, I don't know. But certainly at some point, there will be another waiting list where the live trading room is just full, and those that are in are in. And if new spots open up because people drop out, new people can come in. How many people that is, I don't know. We're going to have to see. There's like server issues and bandwidth and just all that kind of stuff. And my ability to, like, manage the room while trading and answer questions and interact with you guys. So it'll be a learning experience. I'm learning as we go. All right, so here's natural gas. Again, monthly is starting to roll over. And guys, these videos build on each other, right? So if you're new to the channel, this is your first video, go back and watch the last 5 or 10 of these, and you start to see every day how you get in the flow of what's going on. You're not just jumping in on the first video like, wait, this is overwhelming. Of course it's overwhelming. You got to, get in sync with it, get with the flow. Because, we've been talking about natural gas now for a while, crude oil, the indices, what we're expecting. So it's like a dynamic flow of what's going on that you keep up with in these videos. So with nat gas here, pretty much called the shorting starting on that daily close and said this market should be under pressure. Pretty much been nailing it to the wall. If you've been trading natural gas following this analysis and these levels, you've done very well. What's the daily going to do right now? Are we going to push higher or head lower? I really don't know. You're right in the middle of the weekly envelope here. Certainly the monthly, we're setting up for the end of March close. That's the thing too, guys. At the end of March, we're going to get the quarterly closes, the monthly closes. We're going to have our notes because as members for Vol Pro Edge, you're also going to get handwritten notes, well, typed from my analysis, certainly weekly and monthly and quarterly, perhaps daily. We'll see what I can do, but you may have to take your own notes on the daily. But you'll have the notes for like, okay, for this quarter, we're watching these key levels on these markets, and this is what we expect, and it's just going to be awesome because you guys are going to see how we keep track of all this and make sure that we're making good decisions every day. Doesn't mean we don't have losing days. We do. We just make good decisions, and our losing days are just a byproduct of trading and probabilities. They happen, right? But overall, we win. Okay. And remember, it's not investment advice. I know I got to put that disclaimer. I got to get to that. Somebody reminded me. Oh, it's not a lot of people want to take personal responsibility. It's like, well, but you said this was going to happen and it didn't, and therefore it's your fault. It's like, oh boy. Okay. So, Nat gas here, I wouldn't really do anything with it. I think overall the market's still definitely under pressure for sure. So I'd just be looking to short pops, but I'd want to wait and see what this is going to do. But nat gas can be violent. So like, maybe you get a pop up like that for tomorrow. Okay, maybe that's a good spot to go short, right? But I don't know what this is going to do right now. So let's just wait with natural gas. Let's finish it off here with the dollar against the euro and Bitcoin. And again, guys, we will cover all the grains, all the meats. I'll probably even get data for the softs. There's really good trading in the softs like cotton, cocoa, sugar number 12. What's the other one? I forget. You guys tell me. But there can be some really wonderful opportunities in the softs. You got to have the ICE exchange data, which is kind of a pain. But hey, if I get that data and share it with you guys, you're good, right? All right. So we're going to cover the full gamut of the futures markets. So we're just dialed in on like 30 markets. And you can see if you got 30 futures markets, you got all the currencies, FX, right? You got the bonds, the notes. We'll even add the European markets, even though they close a little differently, the DAX, the FTSE. We'll add those. We'll have a whole suite of all the markets. You see why we don't need to force trades? There's going to be good trades on one of those markets, usually a day, that we just wait for, right? Then you don't have to force it. I know I get very animated, but I'm pumped. All right, so here's the dollar, euro. That's kind of what we thought was going to happen for Friday there. I said, that pullback there into this support level I would expect to be strong. It was, and now we're just kind of in the middle of the envelope, not giving us a whole lot of indication of what it wants to do. So what do we see? See, guys, this is the beauty of this. What are we seeing across the board for the next 24 hours? We're seeing a lack of clarity. We're seeing a lack of confluence, which means what? Everything is saying, hey, we don't really know what's going on here. Don't trade. That knowing when not to trade is as important or even maybe more important than knowing when to trade and what to trade. Because if you know when not to trade, it's going to keep you out of taking a string of losses that dent your account, dent your confidence. You feel like crap. Then you're not ready for the next good trade. So by knowing when not to trade, you're calm, you're relaxed, go do something fun, go do your hobby, hang out with your kids, your family, whatever. And then when the good trades are there, you're relaxed and ready because you didn't piss away a bunch of money on stupid trading. It's key. All right, let's go ahead and finish it off with Bitcoin. Oh, and guys, we are rolling over. Let's go ahead and check the rollover data here. Yeah, it's looking like we're definitely in the June contract now for ES and NQ. So roll over your charts, ESM25, NQM25. We're out of H. H is March. We're out. We're into June. M, the other markets, you can figure that out for yourself. If you have questions, put them in the comment section below the video. Guys, please like, share, subscribe, join the waitlist, join Discord, links in the description. If you have questions, post them here in the YouTube question section. I answer everybody. I appreciate the engagement. It helps the channel. And then also everyone gets to benefit by reading whatever I write. If you ask a question, maybe somebody else had the same question, but was too shy to ask it or whatever. And then if I answer the question publicly, then that person will get to see and they get helped. So that's why it's important to ask those questions publicly, or just give support to the channel with a thumbs up and a comment and, whatever. Just anything you can do to help us, maintain our momentum is very, very appreciated. And also this is you're helping other traders get away from Furus and come here. And that's what I want. And I know that's what you guys want too. Because ever since a lot of you came here, you're like, wow, yeah, I'm so happy I found this channel. Well, we want other people to feel that way too. There's plenty of room for everybody. Maybe not in the live day trading room, but certainly at the channel. Um, and hopefully we'll take as many as we can in the live trading room. All right. So let's see. Bitcoin, here we go. Yeah, I was checking rollover, did that, close that. All right, so for Bitcoin, we're probably rolling over to something different too, but I just don't have the energy to look at it right now. But for those of you who trade Bitcoin, make sure you're in the right contract. Ton of support there at 80,000 for sure right now. I've been talking about these key levels, weekly pushing up like this now. Is this a pullback on the weekly, to go like that? I don't think so. It looks more to me like, this is going to want to try to push like this. I'm not sure. It's not super clear, but you at least have a ton of support on the monthly and the quarterly right there. I'd be looking to buy dips this week on Bitcoin, I think, depending. Would I do anything today? No, I wouldn't, because we're in waiting for clarity mode. But if Bitcoin did this, and then this was the close here for Monday night, and the blue line went like that, and the green envelope went down here, and you hold these dots down here, yeah, depending where my yellow dots were, then I'd be looking for a buy for a move back like that. So these are the situations I wait for. Let them come to us, and then that's how we make money. All right, guys, I hope you found this helpful and insightful. It's 35 minutes here on my Sunday that I'm giving to you guys, give you my all, try and dump a bunch of rants on you too to help you with your trading, give you the analysis, give you the levels. For the next 24 hours, the best I can give you is be careful, don't trade, and let's wait for more clarity. That's what I'm going to be doing, and I hope it helps you guys. All right, take care, and I'll see you in the video tomorrow around the close, and we'll see what happened, and then we'll see if there's more clarity for, Monday heading into Tuesday, which I'm sure there will be, because we'll get a lot of movement. Markets will kind of, settle in for the week, and then we'll see what we want to do. But we've got a good game plan. All right, take care, everybody. Have a good Sunday. I'm off to the surf.